Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Made Up by Mo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video, will be a little bit different. So as opposed to me actually applying makeup to myself, I'm going to show you some things that I think everyone should have in their emergency makeup bag. So this is my makeup bag that I keep with me if I'm like traveling somewhere or so something I can just throw in my purse. So this particular example is something that you want to keep with you throughout the day, especially if you are the person who you go to a lot of like functions and events after work, or you kind of need to switch up your look from day to night. What I'm getting ready to show you is going to be a lifesaver. So the first thing that I think everybody should have in their bag that makes such a difference, in my personal opinion, a pair of earrings. So most people will think, well, why would I want to keep earrings in my makeup bag? Think about it. Depending on where you work or the type of function that you're attending, hoops or maybe smaller earrings may not be appropriate. Or maybe you want to switch up your look. I can easily take off my hoops and then just put on my studs, or vice versa. I can take off my studs and put on my hoops, and that will definitely take your look and transition it from maybe full glam to a soft glam, or from soft glam to full glam. So I always tell everyone, keep a pair of earrings in your on-the-go makeup bag, because it makes a difference if you want to just change your look. And not something where it's going to be so obvious, but something that's really small and subtle, but it makes a big difference. Okay, the next thing that I think everybody should have in their travel makeup bag, dun, 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 especially since we are living in a day of COVID, you want to keep your hand sanitizer nearby, because you never know if you're going to have to touch your face and you won't have access to a restroom, especially a clean restroom. So you really want to make sure that you have your hand sanitizer, so that way you can just take your sanitizer, and if you need to, put a little bit on your hands, clean your hands really quickly, and then ta-da, you can touch up your makeup. So speaking of having hand sanitizer to be able to touch up your makeup, other things that you want to put in your makeup bag, you want to make sure that whatever you're using for that particular day, again, if you need to touch up, you kind of have access to those products. So one thing that I recommend for everyone to have in your makeup bag, make sure that you keep your eyeliner nearby, because sometimes, at least for myself, my eyeliner can kind of wear off during the day, or maybe when I put it on at 8 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't quite look the same by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And if I'm going somewhere at 6, I want to touch up my eyeliner. So always keeping a pencil eyeliner is so easy to touch up and just to kind of go over areas without having to like do all of your makeup all over. So always keep your eyeliner with you as well. The next thing that I recommend for everyone to make sure you have in your to-go makeup bag will always be dun, 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 the powder that you wear. So in this case, I have my Maybelline Fit Me. Maybe you use MAC, maybe you use Bobbi Brown, whatever brand you use, just make sure you have a pressed powder that you can easily access so that you can use this to touch up. So if you're like, oh my gosh, my face is too oily, or maybe your makeup came off during the day, because that can happen, then you can definitely take your powder and just kind of touch up in those areas where you need to, and it makes such a difference. So again, make sure you keep your powder, foundation pressed powder, with you in your travel makeup bag. Now, this is something that I think is probably going to be an obvious one. What I'm going to pull out my bag is going to be your, are you ready? Your lip products. So whatever you use on your lips for the day, make sure that you have those particular products with you, so that if you need to touch up your lip because you've had your lunch, or maybe you've been drinking on a bottle of water, or your lipstick has kind of faded, or your gloss is faded, you want to be able to touch up. So keep these products with you handy, so if you need to just kind of touch them up, You easily can. One other thing that I also recommend, especially for those of you who like to go out after work, or you're, meeting up with friends and you want to kind of amp up your look a little bit, or maybe you're like me, you get tired of wearing the same lipstick color all day long. You want to switch it up. That's cool to do too. Carry a different color, but that will still complement your look overall. So for example, this is a liquid lipstick from Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I like this because it's a matte finish and it can definitely change the overall look of my makeup. So what I have on right now, as you all saw, was a lipstick, a gloss lip liner, but sometimes a girl just wants to switch it up. And if you want to do that, do that. It's nothing wrong with it. But this is something I always tell everybody to do. Keep a darker color lipstick in your makeup bag, because if you need to change that look up really quickly, easy to do, but it will still complement the color palette that I have on my face. All right, we are winding down. One other thing that I think everybody should keep in their makeup bag. Hello, your mascara. So whatever mascara you are using, please make sure that you keep your mascara with you, because if you're not wearing false eyelashes or if you don't have lash extensions, you want to be able to touch up, because mascara can flake off. If you notice that your mascara flakes off, you may want to get a different brand, but that's a whole different video. But for this particular occasion, just keep your mascara with you, because if you have your mascara on, you can easily touch up. I tend to do mascara on my lower lash line. And so sometimes, if I happen to rub my eyes, or if my product has shifted a little bit, I can just pull this out, touch up, and my eyes are back to being bright-eyed and dewy. Okay, now, last but not least, this is something that I think everybody should keep in their makeup bag. It's something that people don't necessarily think about, but it makes a difference. The reason I recommend for people to keep this in their makeup bag, maybe if you are picking up your children from school and you don't want to have something on, you don't want to be like the mom that's so noticed, or you're that person at work and you don't want to be so loud, but you want to smell good. And you're like, I have an occasion after work and I want to really amp up how I feel good, I look good, I want to smell good too. But maybe where you work at, or maybe your kids have allergies, so you can't always wear those things around them. Always keep a rollerball of your favorite scent in your makeup bag, because the great thing about keeping a rollerball is small, it doesn't get in the way of anything, and it's easy application. So this is my Prada Candy. I love this particular scent. I just take a little bit, just apply it just behind my ears. I'll do a little bit on my wrist, kind of press my wrists together, and I'm good to go. But again, that's something where if you work in an office setting and at your job, people are like, I have allergies and I'm sensitive to smell, because we all know somebody that's like that. Who's wearing that loud perfume? Whoever it is, whatever. And you don't want to have, an issue with wearing too much fragrance at work, or you don't want to cause a scenario between you and a coworker. This is a lifesaver. So find your favorite fragrance in a rollerball, and that will make such a difference, because if you want to go out after work, or if you have to meet up with friends, you're like, hey, I want to, have a nice scent on. Easy way to do it. So again, I'm going to go over everything that I just showed you all, what I think are your essentials to have in your makeup bag. So in my makeup bag, I have my rollerball, because of course I want to smell great and I want to feel amazing. And then in addition to my rollerball, another must-have is my powder, just in case if I need to touch up. I want to have access to a pressed powder so I can touch up my complexion. And then I also want to have my hand sanitizer. Hello, don't want to spread any germs, don't want to get any germs on my lovely face. And then I do want to have my eyeliner, just in case if I need to touch up my liner. You got to have that. Also, I have my mascara or whatever mascara of your choice. Make sure you have that in your bag so that way you can touch up your eye makeup in addition to having that liner. And then, of course, whatever lip products that you're wearing for the day, you want to make sure that you have access to those so you can touch up, especially if you drink a lot of like water or beverages, throughout the day so you can stay hydrated. Or my other favorite thing that you want to keep in your bag, again, a darker shade to complement your color palette. But if you want to switch it up from day to night, you have access to this. And last but not least, a change of earrings. So you want to keep your earrings on. So in case if you need to kind of swap out the look, it's easy to do. And it can also make a dramatic difference for how your look is overall. So those are my must-haves in my makeup bag. Please comment down below and tell me what things you feel you want to have in your makeup bag, because it could also give me some ideas to switch it out. So make sure if you've enjoyed this video that you like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see more content, and comment down below. I want to know what you have in your makeup bag. I want to know what your favorite products are to travel with every single day. And just, I want to kind of get to know some of my followers and find out more about you. So again, thank you so much for watching Made Up by Mo. If you have any questions for me, don't forget you can email.